What's up, brother? Today we're going to hit upper body in the gym. I'm gonna show you how I'm not in there for hours and I'm still able to make progress. I've gone from 110 kilos down to around 75 now. And yeah, man, I'm gonna show you the mistakes to avoid in the gym. I'm gonna show you how to train with proper form, how I do it, and what I've learned. And yeah, man, I'm gonna show you the mistakes I made so that you can avoid those mistakes and you can avoid wasting years and years in the gym. We'll have some fun and I'll just show you what we get up to. So yeah, man, enough talking, let's go get it. Okay then, starting off with the lat pull down. So getting into position here, I'm using my straps as well. That was a major mistake I used to make. I used to never use straps and my grip would always give out towards the end of the exercise. And that just meant I wasn't really able to hit my back as hard as possible because my grip was always giving out. So yeah, remember your straps. And here, taking it nice and easy, nice and slow, good tempo. I'm also trying to do a little bit of a micro pause at the bottom just to make sure I'm really contracting and make sure I can really feel it in my back as well. Again, yeah, I used to swing a lot and I used to rock a lot and be really quick on this exercise, but working on my form, taking it easy, and yeah, this is looking quite good. So I did 2 sets of this exercise and then a drop set with a closer grip as well, and the closer grip clip is going to be the next one. But yeah, that's a good set, solid stuff. Let's go. Okay, here's the close grip attachment I was talking about. So it's more of like a mag grip, and I like to do this at the end, just a bit more volume, and yeah, a bit of a drop set just to really burn out the back. Found my back can take quite a lot of volume, so have to add in some extra work. And same thing really here, just nice deep contraction, a little bit of a pause, nice and slow on the way back up. I will put all of the exercises and all of the reps and sets in the description as well, so you can follow along. But yeah, also a major mistake I used to make was not tracking my workouts and not improving my lifts. And ever since I started tracking and going with the mentality of let me beat last week's numbers, I've seen so much more progress. And it's really changed my mindset about the gym. It's really lets you approach it with the mindset of let me beat last week's numbers, let me push myself, let me challenge myself, and you kind of feel it's like a game and you want to improve every time. So yeah, man, that's a major key. And as you can see, we're moving into side laterals here. I've started doing the chest supported variation, and I find it's a lot easier to have your chest supported to keep good form and really focus on contracting, and also trying to do a bit more of a pause at the top and not just swing. So yeah, that's really helped my shoulders blow up. Before I used to make the mistake of swinging, but chest supported is the way, trust me. Okay, from here we're moving into a cable fly. So cable flies really just get their chest warmed up, just get some blood in the chest before we move into our pressing movement. And as you can see here, just using a split stance with my feet and taking it nice and slow again, coming up, doing a pause, and then contracting back down. And I really like the flies actually. It really helps me with my shoulder mobility, and I used to have quite a lot of like shoulder injuries and shoulder issues from not warming up properly, like this. But since I've been doing the cable flies, taking them nice and slow, I've felt my chest get a lot stronger as well. Yeah, so it's really good. I also do another slight variation of this exercise just to make sure I'm hitting all of the fibers in the chest, and we'll move into that shortly. So that was around 15 reps on that. Okay, and then we move into this variation, which is more of a high to low variation. So on this, I'm just going for about 10 reps, just get a bit more activation for the upper chest before we move into our press. And as you can see, same idea. I'm coming up nice and slow, and yeah, just a bigger focus on tempo. So taking my time, really slowing down the exercise, just making sure I can feel it. And yeah, warming up really helps my shoulders. It's really helped me prevent injury. Like I used to tweak my shoulder and really have that left shoulder pain every time I'd work out, which is super annoying. But ever since I've been focused more on tempo, slowing things down, I've been feeling a lot stronger, a lot more robust, and not injuring myself and then having to take weeks off and then just feeling terrible. So yeah, we're pretty much warmed up now, just coming to the final reps. We did about 10 reps on this one. And yeah, we're going to move into incline press shortly now. So yeah, here we go, incline press. So yeah, as you can see, start in the lower position, come up nice and slow again, good tempo, and I don't come all the way down. I used to go all the way down, but it put a lot of strain on my rotator cuff and a lot of strain on my shoulders. So I come down just enough to not to start activating my rotator cuffs, but just to keep the tension on the upper chest. As you can see, I'm also bringing the dumbbells together at the top as well to get even more of a contraction in my chest. And yeah, I started doing that recently. It just made a hell of a lot more of a difference, and yeah, it really helps there. So yeah, this was 10 reps. I also did another set of 8 reps, but for time reasons I'll cut that out. But as I said, all of the weights and reps and sets will be in the description. So yeah, moving to dips, and I really started to put more of an emphasis on my dips and really started to work on the form and starting to increase them. Because as my coach says, people that are really strong on dips, you never see them have small triceps. It's just a really big tricep movement. So hopefully I'm looking to get really good at these and start adding some weight. But as you can see, I'm struggling, but I'm still pushing. Look at me go, man. There you go. That's a good set. That was about 10. And from there, we moved into biceps. So now we're curling. This is around 45 kgs on the cable machine. I like doing them on the cable machine because you get to keep that tension, keep the tension on the biceps. And yeah, major mistakes I used to make on this was I used to swing a lot. I didn't used to keep my elbows fixed. As you can see, my elbows are quite fixed to my sides. And I used to also shrug as well. I only really noticed I was shrugging when I'd watch back on my form clips. So yeah, I used to shrug, so I've really cut that out. So that's a reason why, you should try and take form clips when you can, just because you'll notice little things, and you can send them to your friends or send them to your coach to get improvements, because you can always improve. I think that's one thing I've started to learn back when I was 110 kilos. When I was obese, I used to think I knew everything, but there's always a way you can improve. There's always at least one thing that you can improve. If you improve one thing every time you go to the gym, soon you'll be training like a Superman. Okay, so now we're moving into a hammer curl with the ropes. So this is really good for the brachialis. So yeah, hitting all heads of the bicep. I do this as a little drop set with the same weight, so 45, and just doing about 10 reps here. Again, going slow, nice and controlled, trying to keep the elbows as fixed as possible, and then also doing a little pause at the top as well, just keep tension on the biceps, and yeah, get some good work in there. And on the rope hammer curls, I used to rush them a lot, and they just wouldn't grow from that. But going heavier, but going more controlled as well, and increasing the weight very slightly each time, made some good progress there. And yeah, I'll also just talk about consistency. So I'm someone that used to hate the gym, completely used to hate it, but I've started to see the benefits of it. Like back when I was 110 kilos, I'd go once or twice a week, but of course I'd expect instant results and I'd never see them. So that's another mistake I was making. So if you're anything like me, don't expect instant results, but just keep working, keep showing up, follow the plan, and eventually you'll get there and see some good progress. And now we're just hitting some dumbbell shoulder press. As you can see, keeping the legs fixed, keeping the knees fixed, not bouncing, and doing some good form here as well. Good contraction, little pause at the top, and yeah, just focusing on keeping my head straight, keeping my head up, and pressing through that now. Okay, and then again towards the end, we're just doing some dumbbell 21s, just a little finisher for the biceps, just to get some blood in. So 21s I've loved them, probably one of my favorite exercises for my whole life. Used to just spam these when I was a lot younger as well. And so if you are a beginner, you can try some 21s, and you're guaranteed to see progress really quickly. So you can go really light. This is just 8 kgs in both hands, and we're doing 7 reps at the bottom portion of the curl, 7 reps at the top portion of the curl, and you can really feel this in the peak of your biceps, and then 7 full reps after that. So it's a real killer. Towards the end, you're going to be like, ouch, in pain, but well worth it. It's that type of good pain, you know. And yeah, just coming up to the finishing here. I should be keeping my elbows a bit more fixed, but to be honest, I'm pretty burnt out here. And yeah, we're going to finish up on these. From here, we're just going to move into some single arm rows as well. So single arm rows, again, using these straps because I don't want my grip to fail. And as you can see, I'm pulling, but then also doing a pause at the end, doing a pause at the contraction. So a big stretch and then doing a little pause. Before, I used to rock quite a bit, and I used to rush the reps as well, but stopped doing that, and my back's really improved since I stopped doing that. So bracing with my left hand, and yeah, just driving through elbow into the pocket. And yeah, these are pretty cool. You can also do these with a bench as well. All right, boys, we made it back. So that was the upper body workout. It was a bit intense, to be honest, but you know, I probably could have got away with doing a couple less exercises, a couple less sets, but it's not about what you can get away with. You know, I'm trying to turn up to Bali in 5 weeks, looking impeccable. So we're going all out. There'll be much more videos coming soon, so remember to subscribe, remember to like, drop a comment as well. I'll respond to all comments. And yeah, peace till next time.